Yeah!
I'd like to start this video off with a short apology. In this video, I say that this mod is an artillery grindfest, and I insinuate that that is a bad thing. If people want realistic artillery grindfests, it is their prerogative to do as they wish. So, you know, becoming a good person is very difficult, and this is me apologizing, and I hope that you can accept my apology. Also, as an additional apology, which I forgot to apologize about in the apology video, this is a fact for which I apologize. I said that Lathan's recommended the mod. This is not true. He simply showed the mod as an example of a mod where ranges were different on certain weapons. I hope you can accept this apology also. Please try my buddy's mod. It's called RebsFRAGO. Please don't tell him I asked. And that was said by an anonymous channel viewer. Right, so here we are playing a mod called RebsFRAGO, because somebody asked me to. And yeah, it changes a lot of things. I've not tried it at all, so I asked somebody to 1v1 me, and he said, okay. He said that we should play an infantry division, or a mechanized division. So we'll try a second Panzergrenadier, always a fan favorite. So what does the mod change? Apparently it makes things more realistic. And one of the things it does is reduce the splash on artillery, which is interesting to me. So yeah, but obviously I've not been in a war, so I don't know what I'm talking about. So it makes the game slower and more tactical, so I don't think it's for me already. Skirmish parameters are changed to allow for longer games of 1 to 4 hours. Well, in for a penny, in for a pound. Weapon ranges have been increased, or at least they're realistic. So maybe the infantry AT has been decreased. All ballistic weapon damage is based on real projectile size. Explosive weapon damage is based on real warhead / blast charge size. And yeah, machine guns no longer have splash. Heat and Hesh have reduced splash. And area of effect is in general about half of vanilla, so there's just less splash. Less splash. Interesting. So auto loaders are faster. All weapons have their correct cyclic rates of fire. And RNG is limit on successive RNG hits removed. So there's more RNG. Or there's less RNG. Yeah, interesting. Vacillac can direct fire. Couldn't it do that already? Did they take it out? I know it could at some point. Forest blocks line of sight. Terrain types. Okay, so you can't even drive a tank through a forest anymore. Or a proper forest anymore. Infantry is now slower. Infantry HP is increased. Infantry move faster on roads. All hit points are 10. Changed artillery. I've heard enough. I'm sure I'm going to really enjoy this as somebody who enjoys fast-paced gameplay and not 4-hour-long matches. So, so we're going to build a deck. I'm going to choose second Panzergren because from what I understand in real life, those RH202s, the Panzergrenadier, the Marder autocannon is apparently much faster in real life than it is in Warno. So I'm hoping to see that in game. So we got to enable the mod, and that's going to wipe all my mods. Wipe all my decks. And switch to Warno mode here. There we go. Great. 4-hour game. Here we go. Woohoo! So yes, I've got no decks, so second Panzergrenadier. There is somebody waiting for me, so I'd like to hurry this up a bit. What? 4,000 supply in one of these, and you get 12. And the fob is now 100. It's definitely meant to be a very, very slow game, but like this is 4,000 times 12. That's 3,600 times 3. And that's 1,000 times 10. So this is just broken as hell. What's going on there? I might not even need the fob. Infantry, so we want Panzergrenadier Marders, and we've been told that the rates of fire have been drastically increased to match their real-world values. This kind of looks the same to me. 165 salvo length's 15. We'll just have to use it to see, really. Seem to be able to get quite a lot of these. So we do still need our forward deployed component, so we'll get the RebsFRAGO. Sort of want to bring it at 1 vet, because I don't know how long this game's going to go on for, with it now being a super slow game. And, yeah, we'll, Can you get that many in vanilla? You might be able to. So this has had its range nerfed. Oh yeah, the small arms, they shoot less far. That's gone down to 200 meters. I wonder if they changed forest vision or if that's just a useless unit now. Okay. And yeah, we could use some Panzergrenadier cargo stuffs. With the cargo stuff. And we'll get some pioneers, although I'm starting to not see the point. Well, if the satchels only go 50 meters, but they have a rate of fire of 120. But how does that make sense if it's still got a reload time of 15? Well, we gotta try it. We gotta try it. I don't think it's gonna work very well at all. Because if it's only got a range of 50 meters, unless they got rid of the scaling that Warno has, I don't think it's gonna work very well. That now deals 7 HE. Yeah, I'm starting to get a feel about what this mod is about. Yeah, that deals 5 HE. I think I'm beginning to understand. It's just like regular Frago. It's just going to be arty, 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 arty all game. So that's what we're going to play around. Like I said, in for a penny, in for a pound. So we'll get this stealth normal. Didn't it used to have mediocre stealth? Yeah, oh, maybe, I can't remember. Yeah, so we'll get some Jaeger Aufklärer. Do need that recon. Is there anybody with GSR? I don't see it. And yeah, so like infantry's tankier but way slower. Is basically what they said there. Stealth normal. Yeah, these used to be stealth good. So he's changed that, so they've got less stealth. Less stealth. Well, I don't know, because this doesn't even have normal on it. So apparently normal doesn't exist. Yeah. Didn't these guys used to come in oh, it's these guys that used to come in helicopters. So we got some snipers. So between the two of these, I mean, oh, so wow. Okay, so the radar now goes 3,000 meters. Okay, I didn't realize that was the effective, because they said they made the ranges realistic. So apparently this thing can shoot 3,000 meters. I forgot to check the tank ranges. So this can shoot 3,200 meters. Wow, it feels bad to be an infantryman in this. That only goes 2,000 because the Milan in real life doesn't go as far as the tow. So I'd love to see what the tow range is. The tow is 3,750. I do wonder if they changed the scaling or if I'm literally just going to be shooting That goes 50 kilometers. Okay. That's got better ground range. These are a lot more expensive now, but they go 4K. So presume... Wow, okay, so that costs 500 points. but it has a 35-kilometer range. But the AA is still 110. So what, are ASFs just useless now because of how expensive they are? But now it's like, now I really want this. But that goes 93 kilometers. So I could just fire it from the back of the map. I'm starting to regret my decisions. Yeah. Lathan's recommended this to me as well. He was like, yeah, they changed they nerfed the Dragon Range in this mod. Well, just it all seems totally fucked up to me. I mean, I guess we'll find out. So these have the same range, and you know, I feel like I need more ATGMs to tell you the truth. So we got all that going for us. And yeah, I guess we're just going to be spamming Panzergrenadier Marder all game. We seem to have infinite supply. Oh, I forgot my CVs. That's it was like I've got so many points. What's going on? So yeah, so 6, 7, 8. So I could get rid of the. No, let's keep that because this is already my wheeled one, so I don't really need this. It does have smoke, which is useful. Has mediocre stealth. So this has normal stealth, and this has better stealth than that. So I'm not sure what's going on there. And that this is better stealth than that. Alright. We got 1 AP, I don't think we can spend it anywhere. Right, let's go in game. Might have to do a cut here. I'll ask him to host. I'm just gonna I'll just play it. I'll just do a normal death row game. Because I don't want him to put the thing on. Right, so the score limit by default is 3,000, as opposed to 2,000. And the time limit by default is 30 or 45. Right, so we'll go for 45, I guess. I'm just sending him the invite. I gotta admit, I'm really not feeling particularly confident about this. At least the waffle's still in the game, although that's... I feel like all air is going to be absolutely useless. Because if I can whack you from the back of the map with my 50-kilometer range Eyehawks, I might bring another one, so I can just get 6 and just put them at the back of the map. But I feel like 3 is probably enough. HE 22, and the HP is 10. So, I mean, after 10, it just becomes redundant, really. So this one shot, this half a shots any plane, and it can do so from the back of the map. And yeah, like this also has mega range. But the thing is that so this fires 93 kilometers, but so on a map on a 1v1 map, this is going to shoot as soon as it comes in, and this is going to shoot as soon as it comes in, and it just depends who's lucky. So I don't know about this at all. At all. So I don't see the point in Strikecraft in this game. I feel like I might as well lean into the fact that artillery all has mega HE. Although infantry's got twice the HP, right? Even though it still says 5. So, yeah, we've hosted it. And he has joined, if it is him. No, whoever that was just left straight away. Are you the guy from the Discord? Do you want NATO or Pact? It is him. So, yeah, I can understand. Obviously, this is the point of what mods are for. Some people play Warno, and, you know, basically the slowest RTS I've ever played. It's not even an RTS, it's an RTT. And then they say, this is too fast for me. I'm gonna reduce all the speeds. Alright, have it your way. So he's ready. It's very nice of them to accommodate me by playing the game. Alright, for those of you just tuning in, hello and welcome to this game of RebsFRAGO. So RebsFRAGO is a mod recommended to me by Lathans, and it makes it so you can't see through a single line of trees. It makes it so the ranges on every... So have they got rid of the scaling? They have. Okay, so he's got rid of the scaling. So in default Warno, what is 100 meters, it will say is 260 meters. So he's got rid of that. So this actually no, he's not got rid of the scaling, because that's still saying that's 1500 meters away when it's clearly not. Like like, is it reasonable for a farmer's field to be 400 meters in length? I don't think he has got rid of the scale. I'll ask. Did they change the range scaling? It's just a poorly posed question. So, iHawk has 50 kilometers range, but we can't view it when it's at the transport. This has 5,000 range against helicopters. Yeah, they haven't changed the range scaling, I don't think. So, yeah, because that's still the same. That's still the same. Yeah, they haven't changed the range scaling. So this thing can shoot from the back of the map, which is dumb. But he does get a seed aircraft. So we're just going to leave this at the back of the map. We're going to buy a fob, because it's all about the artillery, because the artillery's all got mega things. Everything's slower, so like the Marders are... Well, actually, the trucks seem the same speed, but the infantry's way slower, and they've nerfed forward deploy, so it doesn't go as far. So, yeah, it's going to be an interesting game. Like I said, it's cool that they put mods in the game, so that we can contain these people and don't let them leak out into the wild. So I've got sniper team here, which I sort of really want to get to there, but I don't know if it's going to work out. My opponent's also level 9, so I don't know how much he's been playing. But if you play modded, I don't think you get XP, so that could explain it. We're gonna put this guy. Can we get him to there? That's actually a worse sightline than... So I sort of really want a sniper, like, somewhere cool where he's can't be seen. Because that's sort of the whole point. Oh, he's ready already. Right, so get it up. To be honest, if he rushes helicopters, I want to blow him up with this, but it's just so expensive. All the planes are so expensive. The helicopters are more expensive as well, whereas the AA prices haven't changed. So, like, how far does this go? 4,500 meters. Okay. So I think this is just a you don't use planes mod. Maybe there's a hidden modifier that I haven't seen somewhere that's going to make it so the planes don't just die from across the map to one arty piece. So we'll see. I'm here to learn. There's no point judging a book by its... Oh yeah, I remember now. They've made it so even like the smallest line of trees blocks LOS. So you can't put something here and have it shoot down there anymore. You actually have to put it there, at which point you just can't see very far at all, because there's like these little trees everywhere, but they've all... So infantry's slower, but there's effectively more cover on the map, basically. Right, so we'll just put that there. Maybe you can shoot down that road. Because, yeah, like that little line of trees there, that's blocking the whole thing. This line of trees just divides that zone now. You can't see through it. Apart from apparently there are brief gaps in the trees, maybe. We need 2 CVs at least. 3 would be preferable. But would it? But with the RT being as good as it is, not sure how that's going to work out. Like, look, even the mortar's got 5 HE. But they said that the splashes were reduced by half. So it's like an RNG thing now. So like you can't cover that with an ATGM, basically. Yeah, okay. I mean, I guess it means that I can... It's like the forest fighting range is still the same, and these satchel charges now are 50 meters range, and so I don't know how useful they're going to be. But if it gets up there, it deals 1 HE and apparently has a rate of fire of 120. But I don't know if that's real, because reload time's 15 seconds still, so I'm not sure if it's bugged or what. So we'll try and get a helicopter up there just so we can see what's going on. And yeah, we'll get a couple extra FS Jaeger. Oh, really can't afford very much. Right, so what's happened to the... Okay, oh, right, okay, so the range on infantry AT is just garbage now. Okay, so that's a big problem, because, like, if you could see 350 meters in a forest, which is what you can in vanilla, looks like it's still the same, this can't shoot. As soon as it sees a vehicle, it can't actually shoot. Whereas this can. Apparently that's realistic. I mean, this is an upgrade of that, but apparently it can't go as far. I guess because it's got tandem round or something. Yeah, it's a bigger projectile. That makes sense, I guess. Cargo stuff can go a bit further. Okay. So... Yeah, sure. I mean, we'll just put a guy in this building, a guy in this, but I don't see what else we can do, really. It's kind of weird that the... because of the way the LOS works, you can... I probably should have brought some more light tanks. I don't have any Leopard 1s. But yeah, this thing going 3 kilometers is a moot point because you can't see 3 kilometers. Like, there's basically nowhere where you can see 3 kilometers. Like, look, I can't even see that from here. It's weird. It's interesting. We'll see what happens. He might just helo rush me. Thanks for waiting. Good luck, have fun. And I'd like to take the time to thank the iHawk for having a range which exceeds the total size of the map, 50 kilometers range, and that's 20 kilometers. The whole map's about 25 kilometers. So this could shoot the whole map. So we'll see what happens if he buys a plane. Because like it has I don't know if he's kept the accuracy scaling. Because if he has, basically the closer something is, the more accurate you're going to be. So if he's kept the accuracy scaling, it doesn't really seem to tell us, then this is going to have way more than 55% accuracy, because he's always going to be closer than 50 kilometers. And it's not linear either, it's exponential. So I could predict what the accuracy is, because it's not linear. But yeah, I think this mod lends itself to sort of slow pushes, but the point is that's like, once you get to these trees, you know, you could go from here to here in an attack, and you've achieved something. Whereas in Warno, if you do that, you just sit here and get blown up. Whereas here, you can't see anything. So, yeah. I do wonder if what he's going to show up with. What the heck? It didn't cut. So the Fliegerfaust is hitting him from very, very far away. Well, it's shooting at him from very far away. It didn't hit. How far does the sniper shoot? 800 meters. Okay, I mean, it is just it's a G3 with a scope on it. You would think that the scope would increase the effective range of the weapon, but like I said, I'm not a soldier, so I don't know what I'm talking about. What? Okay, this has 10 HP. I'm not sure how that's more realistic, but it can be shot from basically anywhere on the map, so it makes sense. So they said they reduced the possibility of one shot, 2 kills, but those two were literally hugging each other, so I guess not in that case. Where's my mortar with its mega range? With its mega angle of weapon too high? What do you mean? Right, so get that there. Oh, the income is halved. So not only is everything way more all the planes way more expensive, but it's tactical by default. Well, it's more than tactical. No, wait, hang on, what's going on there? It's just gone up. No, it's not. I was at 200 before. Is it going up every 30 seconds? Is that what's happening there? And then what's the range of the Metis? 1500 meters, okay. So that went up by 120, probably because I sold a truck. Yeah, so it's the same. So we're going to buy an RT piece, because it's pretty clear to me what sort of... thankfully, we're on the good side of death row. Have they fixed mortar? I think they might have fixed mortar trajectories. It's hard to tell because we're so far away. But yeah, like, you just can't... The helicopters are very strange now. But this deals 2 HE. So... Okay, I mean, it's interesting. Oh, there you go. So this does deal quite a bit of HE. So... It didn't look like 6, but if cover gives you 50% bonus, then 35% bonus. But I'm not sure if it's changed for the mod. Hopefully we hit him again. As you can see, the fights take a lot longer. Oh yeah, they said that they increase the HP of infantry, so technically when you deal 2... Right, okay. Eyehawk. Can the Eyehawk hit that? Because that is less than 50 kilometers. Right. So, yeah, so when you deal 1 damage to somebody, infantry, when it says they've got 8 HP, actually have 16, basically. So that's what's going on there, and that's why this thing with its 6 HE did less. But you see how slow the infantry moves. It's very difficult to attack. I'm very happy I'm on the good side here, because I can't imagine attacking in this game. So we'll buy a tank. We'll buy the CV one, why not? And this can't see that because of that tree. So... But you see, like... Oh, there we go, he's moved now. Is he going to stay in range? He's accommodating me. Right, so that still seems to work about the same. Somehow my scimitar died here. So I'm going to go out on a limb here and assume that that wasn't the Iggler. He's got somebody else in there. So we're going to have to get some pioneers. So you get less income. That doesn't have an AT on it. Oh yeah, I bought that massive arty piece, didn't I? So I'm sort of hoping here that we can just sort of kill something. But this guy can't shoot that. It's right there and he can't shoot it. Right, what's the range on that? 500 meters. Okay. This guy's getting hosed down by that building. So I see that the vision hasn't really changed. We can't... Yeah, it's very difficult to do anything about this, because it takes so long for everything to get there. I am trying to kill that. Right, here we go. So, the Eyehawk, despite having 50 kilometers range, I guess doesn't have line of sight, because the horizon's so far away. Right. Hang on, I'm a much better squad than that. Well, we'll get back anyway. So they seem to fire a lot faster. Like, they definitely fire a lot faster. But it looks like we're losing that to the Spetsnaz. We got the CV, though. And, like, he said the splash was less, but I'm not... Oh, the mortar got blown up. He can't shoot that because it's too far away for his Hiddly range ATGM. Nor can I just move this up to shoot. See, it's still hitting me. So the sound's bugged out a bit, but that's not the mod. That's just a problem with the game. Unmodded games, I don't know how to fix it. But we know that he's got Spetsnaz in there. So we've got to be very careful because, you know, this guy can't see very far. So I don't know if we'll win that fight because I don't really know what's going on. These guys have Uzis, which have a very low range. But yeah, I think the RT is actually better. I mean, it's still 7 HE. Right, so we need to do something about this guy here. But how? So we need, like, pioneers, I guess. But I really want to try out these satchels. So, if I send these here, will they make it? Because we need to kill that. What's the range on this guy's AT? 200 meters. Okay. It's a real piece of junk. But we know he's in there, and he could actually go here, and we wouldn't be able to see him. So we need to be very careful. And we can't actually see, because he might be here, we wouldn't be able to see him. Because we don't have recon. So I'm trying to move up these Fuchs Milans so that we can kill that UAZ. I'm confident I can win the fight if the UAZ isn't there. But this thing pouring on all of the... Guys, can we just run up to it and blow it up? Right. So we've spotted the Spetsnaz. They don't have AT, but the Spetsnaz OP do. And they've got 500 meters range. Oh, there he is. That's the Spetsnaz OP. So, does this shoot faster? Yeah, it does. Check that out. You probably can't hear me over the noise, but it is definitely shooting faster. It's definitely not doing more. I mean, but with everybody being as slow as they are, I can understand why they've done it that way. So I'm not sure what killed that scimitar because it's weird. He's MLRSing me. We got that OP spec, but look, these guys have been shooting these guys for ages, and they've not done any damage. So we'll just send this guy up there. And, you know, I actually just want to unload the Pioneer on top of him and see what happens. Oh, he counter-batteried me. Okay, that's fair enough. You wouldn't expect that to work in vanilla, but obviously the artillery's better, so you got to be careful about that. So I'll buy another one, and I'll just keep moving it around this time. In fact, actually, I'm going to buy the two of my 4 Lars. Right, so I'm really looking forward to this. But yeah, as you know, if you're in a map where you need to... Right, let's watch this. So, oh, they throw 30 rounds at once. So that's how the rate of fire is so high. The salvo length isn't 1, it's 30. So that's at 120. And now it's at 90. And this guy has lost HP, so it is doing something. That's not shooting, which is a... Oops. There we go. Right, that is shooting me from very far away. And this appears to only have an effective range of 15 kilometers, not 50 as per the stat card. So that's fair enough. I think 50 would be a bit ridiculous, to tell you the truth. So we're going to shoot that, and then we're going to get back to the farm. And we're going to move this up. And we're going to buy another one, because they're clearly not as good as I thought they were. But yeah, he's not contested this, or this, but I am on the good side, so for that he should at least be contested this, but here I've got a big advantage. And the fact of the matter is, like, so you got to contest both zones, but on this side I've got quite a big advantage, because he gets to this house first. Whoa, that's really OP. What the heck? That's crazy. Oh man, and they fire once every minute and a half. And the price is the same. Price of this actually came down. So it's designed to be a slow, grindy kind of... They've increased the aim time, perhaps? No, never mind. So who's going to win? Because I have shock, but so does he. And I'm pretty sure... Yeah, so his RPK works in the building, whereas mine doesn't. Oh, here we go. He's counter-batterying me again. I've moved, but I don't know if I've moved far enough. Because the range on... the dispersion on that's quite big. And it doesn't seem to have to... Like, because this was where my piece was, and these are where the explosion craters were. So I think if it is, he wants to kills you. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to be here, like, shitting on other people's work. This has clearly taken a lot of effort to make, and yeah, he's got a good, like, it probably is more realistic. In real life, artillery is 80% of casualties on the battlefield, and infantry don't run 25 kilometers an hour. They are very slow, and they do die, you know, on their way to getting stuff, and artillery does do most of the work. So it is more realistic. It's just not for me. I think it's made for people to, like, sort of go on destruction and you know, just play destruction, and then make these very small incremental advances which get blown up by artillery. There's clearly somebody in there. I mean, I want to save up for a plane, but I didn't actually bring any strike craft. So you can see that, like, things just take longer. They're more tanky, but they take longer to, like, you see, I've been hosing this guy. He's not having it. Whereas in vanilla, that guy would have died a long time ago. Right, is that anti-tank plane again? Because it seems to be able to fire from quite far away. But there you go, the IHawk just, that's it. One shot, one kill. He got my tank, though. So, yeah, it's a more defensive mod than the base game. And I personally, I like fast-paced, actiony stuff. So it's not my cup of tea. But I like what they're going for here. So, thankfully, there's only 5 minutes till I win. Because, yeah, like, just the power of the artillery, like, you saw that the tank fired about 6 times and didn't kill this SPG-9 team. But these guys, they will kill the SPG-9 team. And even the mortars are really quite good. But because everything's so slow, it's like you're dying in slow motion as well. I mean, there's more cover, so you could get safe faster. But it's like, yeah, because you're, so there's the low cohesion. It still reduces the movement speed, so you get even slower. But the role for infantry is still there because this is its own battlefield. These 2 trees are its own battlefield. These 2 trees are their own battlefield. These 2 trees are their own battlefield. As you can see, because the vehicles can't just, a vehicle here can't shoot this guy here, and so yeah, it's interesting. Oh, whoops. So he's still in there. And you see, like, having a guy here actually isn't that useful, because I can't actually see anything. Right, so he's going... Oh, he's probably trying to counter-battery me again. But I've moved. Unless he's going to predict... Because he might have predicted that the pub's probably back here. Or he might see it, like he might have a recon somewhere. So yeah, I think this is one of those things that's supposed to be played like Total Destruction. And you see that, you know, the income's reduced by default, which I didn't notice. So yeah, it is supposed to be like a really kind of slow paced game. Like, this fight happened like ages ago, and my guy didn't die, whereas if it was vanilla, he would have died. Or somebody would have died. And you see, so like, he'll go back in there now, and then you need the artillery to push him out. So it's strange, because the artillery's still... You know, the artillery's better. So the artillery's still rinsing people. But yeah, it's like, so where did he spend his points? Well, that plane he bought probably cost about 500 points. So that's 5 minutes income on that plane, which got shot from across the map by this IHawk, which I can buy in basically 1 minute. 130, and I get 100 every minute. So it's strange. So you got to save up for the seed plane, right? But that's 530, so that's 10 minutes for the seed plane and the bomber. 10 minutes. So... yeah, it's definitely meant to be... he said, like, it's made for 4-hour games. So, yeah, I'm starting to So apparently there's a grenade launcher there or something, because I seem to be having a just like a really, really bad time. It's right there, but I can't see it because these trees block me. So the grenade launchers seem decent. So yeah, it's I mean, there you go. So that's how you kill infantry, grenade launcher. Where's my arty? Right. So we know he's in there. And then we're gonna move. Lars, we're gonna drive up here again. And then these against helicopters. Okay, so that's still 1500. But yeah, it's like okay, so the rockets are way better. Rockets are way better. I like that change. That's a good change. Not sure what happened to these. They're clearly very dead. This guy's still getting shot. But yeah, attacking's too hard. Oh, so there you go. That's the infantry squad. That probably... Because that's the grenade launcher, and then this will be the guy with the RPG. But we don't know what RPG he has, because we haven't identified it. So yeah, if you're attacking, you just got to arty the whole position, basically. And then walk in. Because I feel like if you've got... If you had an ATGM in there as well, it would just be over, right? So like, this guy's dead, basically, because of the range on this. I can't move him forwards, I can't move him backwards. He's 30 kilometers an hour. Oh, I mean, it ended times by half, so he's 7 kilometers an hour. So he's very slow. He's very slow. So that was RebsFRAGO. It's great if you're... So that MiG-27M, like you saw, it got the Leopard from basically his spawn, but I shot him in his spawn with my eye-hawk. It's basically just an RT spam grindfest mod. I appreciate that it is probably... No, I mean, it's definitely realistic. That's what real life is like. Whether or not you find that fun remains to be seen. So I'm sorry for shitting on your mod, Mr. Rebs. It definitely will have its audience. People who like slow games, who like artillery. But it's not for me. It's not for me. So GG, and I'll see you around. Thanks to Altless, also known as Ness, for playing against me. I mean, he's not had that many games, so it was quite brave of him. You know, I've had like, you know, 50 times more games than him or something. So yeah, GG. Interesting mod. I'll see you around. It'll be linked in the description.